Welcome back to RXMuscle's coverage of the 2018 Mr. Olympia competition and weekend. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today's guest is our new IFBB Men's Physique Olympia champ, Brandon Hendrickson.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Sounds amazing.
Now, people might wonder what you're doing in the airport. They might think, well, isn't this guy home already? You're heading over to Korea to compete in the Korea Pro there. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. I had no plans on winning the Olympia. I had no idea this was going to happen. We had already planned this trip a few months ago. So right. I guess I'll be going to Korea as the new Olympia champion.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Talk about momentum. I mean, how do you lose the show after that, right? I mean, that's pretty intense. Now, let's talk about this a little bit because, you know, I don't think anyone really knew what was going to happen. We all knew that Jeremy had been injured earlier in the year, Jeremy Buendia, the champ. And we knew that it was a pretty severe pec injury. We didn't know how it would affect him. I've talked to you, I talked to Andre, I talked to all the Raymond, before we did interviews, and I don't think anyone really knew how it was going to pan out. And I have to tell you, it was a pretty exciting, prejudging up there because all you guys were so close. Everyone kind of knew that Jeremy was off. But you never know what happens with the Olympia champ. But it seemed like at the end of prejudging, it was you and Raymond Edwards up there being compared very, 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 very closely. And the weird thing about it is that you both have completely different physiques. Were you nervous after the prejudging as to what might have happened there?
Nah, man. I was nervous up until I took my shirt off backstage. And then I knew what I had and what I was going to bring was going to beat a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because they did move Raymond out of the middle and they've switched around a few people, but you never got moved because there was two people really in the middle of the lineup. And so I kind of said to myself, going by how I know these judges move people around, it seems like Brandon has the edge right now, but you never know type of thing,
Yeah. They had me in the middle and then they kind of moved me out just to compare, which I think they were trying to compare 3 and 4.
Right.
But then they moved me right back in the middle, and that was it, man.
Yeah, I mean, when they called your name out for the win, I think you were almost paralyzed for a second. It seemed like.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was confident and I knew what I was bringing could win an Olympia, but for it to actually happen, it's just overwhelming, super overwhelming.
Well, it's great for you because no one really had you in the, you weren't the first runner-up. Andre had won the Arnold. He'd been the runner-up the year before. So you were in there, but no one, I think, really had picked you to actually win the Olympia, which was great because you were kind of like the dark horse coming in and you kind of caught everyone with their pants down,
Man, I've been a dark horse for 4 years now. I've been an underdog since I started bodybuilding. But besides the fact, the past is the past. And now there's a new Olympia champion. Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is that you won that Arnold Classic champ. That I think it was the first one they had, right? Was that the first one you won?
It was
the second one. So you won it. You had a lot of momentum going in. Then a lot of new guys came up and kind of swept in there a little bit. You had a slightly off year. And then, you really were surging at the end of last year into this year. And I think that, your physique speaks for itself. Now, Brandon, probably the most exciting thing that happened at the press conference, or the most controversial thing, was you and Andre were going at it. I really thought there might have been a fist fight there. There's a lot of bad blood and animosity there. You think it's because you guys are so competitive with each other?
We're just so passionate about the sport. We both work really hard. We're both at the top of our games, and we have very comparable physique. So, right. All those things put together it builds a little pressure.
Mm-hmm. Now, at the press conference, Andre was really, and I'm friends with Andre, so I can say this. I don't have a problem. He was talking a lot of smack to you. There's no way. It was almost like he didn't even care if he won the Olympia. He just wanted to beat you. For you to win the Olympia and beat him, that had to be obviously the ultimate vindication on your part.
I think Andre's a little too focused on beating me instead of winning the Olympia.
But still, let's just, you could gloat for 30 seconds here. Did it feel good to at least win that Olympia and be able to shut up everyone?
I feel like I can move a mountain right now. After winning, I'm the only physique guy that's won the Arnold Classic and the Olympia champion.
That's true.
So,
right.
I'm the only guy, bro. anything is possible, and I knew anything was possible after winning the Arnold Classic. And like I said, man, I knew I was going to bring something special to the stage at Olympia.
And you did.
So,
now, what I really like to know is when you were called out as the winner, Jeremy leaned over and said something to you. What did he say to you?
he just said, congratulations. It's your time now. You have a big responsibility as a new Olympia champion. And he just said, good luck. It was all positive.
Oh, that's good. It looked like it was a positive thing that he said, but I always wonder what the champion, when he loses, says to the next guy. And I guess in that sense, Jeremy exhibited some good sportsmanship in saying that to you.
Yeah, well, like Jeremy had always knew that I was in his radar. Even years ago, he had told me, he was like, I see you coming up in the game, and I'm gonna watch out for you. He had then told me that, and I just had to wait for my time, really. Well, no, not wait. I had to work for my time.
Right, there you go. Now, what do you think went wrong with Jeremy? Because obviously his pec didn't look that bad to me. It just looked like he didn't have the conditioning we've seen him have in the past.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but he told me he had 4 cheeseburgers the night before, and I think that's what threw him off his conditioning a little bit.
Why did he have 4 cheeseburgers? He must have felt he was flat if he did that, right?
I would only have 4 cheeseburgers if I can see my organs.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Everyone always has to have an excuse. Oh, well, if I didn't do this, I would have won this or I would have done that. But the bottom line is you beat a stellar lineup of guys. Matter of fact, it might have been the most competitive division in the entire show. Because you guys are all so close together, and it's not like you can start hitting poses. Although I will say, I loved when they said pose down, guys, at the end. All the men's physique guys were hitting poses on stage. I thought that was phenomenal. That was my most exciting part of the weekend.
Did you see me and Jeremy showed our legs?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know Jeremy has legs. Jeremy used to be a bodybuilder, so.
Me and Jeremy are the only ones in the top 3 that have legs, or top 5 that have. So you already know.
Yeah. But the exciting thing about the whole thing is that whenever you see a new champion, there's a new energy to the division. Jeremy had a great physique, but he kind of had this very stoic type of approach, and he was very standoffish. You seem to be a much warmer, more open type of guy about everything that you do.
I've always been just very positive. I've always been about energy, and what you put out is what you get in. So I always try to make sure I put out a lot of positivity, because I know that positivity reciprocates positivity. So sure. I'm just a positive person, man. I'm never, like I told you before, dude, I hate being in beef. I'm not that type of person. I'm a very positive person, and I have a very positive mindset. So I don't know, I get kind of drawn into the beef by certain things that I might say. It might rub people the wrong way, but honestly, I'm just a very positive person.
Yeah. Now that you've won the Olympia and you're the defending champion, obviously, you'll be back next year, but do you do the Arnold again, or you just stick with the Olympia at this point?
I got Career Pro this weekend. I have Tokyo in November, and then China in December.
Oh my God, so you got the whole year still to go.
I have 3 shows left, dude. That's 8 shows this whole year. So after China, I'm taking a break until it's time to defend my title. That sounds so crazy to say.
Yeah, you might be adopted by the Asian continent as their official spokesperson. You're doing more Asian shows this year than you're doing American shows.
Yeah, that might be right.
That's great. Now, what's the deal? Why are you going out there? Are they offering good money? I mean, what's the enticement?
I mean, they are paying pretty well, but I'm just trying to do something different, do something that past competitors haven't done, or past Olympians haven't done, which is just build my international, what is it called? My international exposure. Yeah. I'm just trying to build my, just trying to be more marketable internationally. Just trying to do something different.
What does China have to pay you to get you to go out there? What's the enticement to go to China? What would they offer?
$20,000, bro.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's excellent. I'd go there too. And they pay for you to fly out there and stuff like that too?
I paid for my own flight.
Okay. Well, now that you're Olympia champ, you should change the rules a little bit. You should be, hey guys, I'm Mr. Olympia now. You want me out there? I think I should get a little bit of a compensation package here. You might need an agent now,
Well, we had already planned these shows months ago before I even started prep for the Olympia. So,
right. But when you get the Olympia title, you have a little more clout and
I think I can demand a little more now.
Yeah. I would shoot an email over to them and say, hey guys, if you want me to continue dieting for the next 3 months, I think I need a little bit more compensation. You know, I'll be willing to do a seminar for you as Mr. Olympia, but I got to get my flight paid for, you know, business class, and I got to get a hotel because there's no way you should be laying out that money now. You're Mr. Olympia. Come on, man.
Yeah. Actually, we set up, me and my coach Mandis Buckle, we set up a posing seminar and a training seminar out there. Good. So I'll be out there for like a week and a half doing that. Good.
All right, that's smart. Yeah, market yourself to death out there because you're the Olympia champ now. You got some. You can add that to your business card. You know.
I know, man. I got to update all my bios. I got to update everything, man. It's so crazy.
That and a few bucks will get you on the New York City subway.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you plan to do anything as Mr. Olympia? Do you have any ideas like, nah, hey, I'm Mr. Olympia now. This is what I'd like to do with it. You know.
I want to travel more. I want to hold more like posing seminars all over the world. Just kind of get my brand out there, my name out there. Just keep spreading this positivity, motivation, and inspiring a lot of people around the world. And I'm already doing that. It's been amazing so far since I won.
Right. Now you and I had talked once, and you said that you would consider going up to like classic bodybuilding or possibly. You know, even the open division you even talked about. Now that you're Mr. Olympia, are those plans gone out the window, or you still have that in the back of your head?
Yeah, bro, I gotta postpone those for now. I got a defend Olympia title to defend next year, so
all right.
Maybe another couple years we'll make the switch. But in the meantime, I'm still gonna beat up my legs, still have my physique ready for that switch.
All right. Well, congratulations, Brandon, on the huge win at the Olympia, and enjoy the Asian continent. Maybe you'll get to eat a little food after the show, you know, because you got a little break between this show and I guess the next one you got coming up.
So cute. Dude, Dave, thank you so much. All year you've been saying so many good things about me. You've been behind my back for so many things. I'm so happy to be in your the morning show, Muscle in the Morning. I really appreciate you guys just, being there for me and supporting me.
All right, man. Thanks so much. And that's going to take us to the end of another episode of RX Muscle's coverage of the 2018 Olympia weekend. I'm Dave Palumbo. We'll see you next time.